This presentation is a preview of the book Viral Leadership. In this presentation we will cover a portion of Chapter 1 of the book, and at the end you'll find information on how to access free companion resources. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this short presentation. This preview of the book Viral Leaders is brought to you by learningformanagers.com. The author of the book Viral Leaders welcomes you and wishes you success in your career and in life. Imagine a scenario where two individuals, Eric and Laura, venture into their first dream job experiences. Both of them are excited to start the jobs they dreamed about for a long time. Eric is a computer network systems installer, while Laura takes on an entry-level chemical engineering position with the same company. Like most people, they like to dream big and hope to eventually be promoted into management roles. What happens next can happen to anyone in any role. Keep in mind that Eric and Laura represent any two people in the world in any career. They could be a teacher and a sales representative, or a mechanic and a nurse. Both Eric and Laura want better lives and have big dreams. They work hard, make sacrifices, and, most importantly, manage to build great relationships with their customers, peers, and supervisors. In time, both prove to be very motivated and ready to take on additional responsibilities. Thanks to their efforts, Laura and Eric get their first promotions. Eric is assigned to manage the security of the division's top website. This is a high-profile role that protects customers' data and the company's reputation. Laura is transferred to new product development. She now has an important job where she is involved in testing and designing new products. While both are very happy with their first promotions, their new jobs ask them to specialize the skills they already have or have learned on the job. At the core of their new positions, they are still practicing similar competencies as before, just at a higher degree of mastery. While it takes a little time for them to feel fully comfortable after their transitions, they adjust to their new roles with relative ease. Let's take a look at them a year or two later. Laura and Eric are now at the top of their games. Laura's engineering skills are noticed by upper management. They decide to make her the department manager in the new products division. Eric is also promoted to a management position in the computer services department, overseeing network security. Laura and Eric are excited about their promotions and share the news within their social networks. But suddenly, they realize something. Prior to their promotions, they were stars. Highly motivated and skilled at their past jobs, they managed to stand out. But now, in their new jobs, they don't have the opportunity to do all the hands-on things they used to excel at. This is when they begin to feel a little uncomfortable. It becomes clear to them that they are now venturing into areas requiring expertise and competencies they have never explored before. They will be responsible for managing people and teams, not just timelines and projects. They also realize that while they are responsible for the overall results in their respective areas, they now have to rely on the quality of work of others, not just their own. The situation makes them realize they have to develop much different leadership skills than before. In the past, they needed to demonstrate that they had initiative. Now they need to motivate others to show initiative. To complicate matters more, they begin to wonder if their relationships with their peers will change, and, if so, how. It is at that moment that Eric and Laura realize that they are no longer stars and that there is much to learn and prepare for. Let's step back to appreciate the magnitude of their dilemmas. They both spent countless hours learning the academic and technical skills they needed to get the jobs they wanted. Once they got the jobs, they specialized and refined their knowledge and skills to the point where they stood out above the rest. Laura became a better chemist, while Eric became a better IT security professional. Now, as a reward, they are put in positions where there are high-performance expectations placed on them. However, their new roles require skills and experiences they have not yet acquired or prepared for. To meet minimum expectations, they need to learn and implement a lot of new skills in a relatively short time. From conducting interviews to motivating others, they have an entire world of knowledge to master. But how do they learn how to best manage a team? And how do they learn what makes a team perform at top level? Their managers tell them you're a great team member and a smart person. You'll figure it out soon enough. Needless to say, Eric and Laura find themselves frustrated and worried when they solicit ideas from experienced managers. They hear a list of experiences and approaches that often seem to contradict each other. Some managers rule with an iron fist, enforcing every rule in the book, while others prefer a far more casual approach. Which approach is right? To make things worse, some approaches sound clearly outdated. This situation is frightening to both Eric and Laura. In their minds, they are uncertain and have many questions and concerns. I have never had to hire anyone before. What if I make the wrong choice? Am I still allowed to be friends with my former teammates even though I am their supervisor now? How does that work? And what do I do with those who I know don't perform like they should? I have never fired anyone. What will I do if it comes to that? While some organizations provide management and leadership training, most don't. Many companies assume you'll learn what you need on the job. In a 2013 LearningForManagers.com survey, 42% of participants stated that they taught themselves how to conduct interviews, 37% taught themselves how to manage conflict, and 31% taught themselves how to manage low-performing staff. Sending people into management or leadership roles without providing them with a real picture of what to expect and sending them to work without the right tools is simply negligent. This is a harmful business practice, and it is unfair to both the person being promoted as well as to the teams and individuals he or she will work with. The intent of the book Viral Leadership is to help new and experienced managers become viral leaders by going viral with excellence. It aims to help emerging leaders as they move into their first management roles, so they are prepared to become great leaders on the path of excellence. Experienced leaders who feel validated in what they do well but are unsure about the principles of excellence or want refresher training on them. And entrepreneurs in search of new and creative ways to inspire teams. In short, we want to help both emerging and experienced leaders gain new, creative, and critical skills to manage and lead successfully. Buy the book today at Amazon.com. Join the Viral Leadership community at viralleaders.com. And access your free resources at viralleaders.com.